Al Michaels. He is so notoriously terrified of vegetables that he claims he has never knowingly eaten one in his entire life, once stating that if a piece of lettuce accidentally touches his plate, he won't even eat the steak next to it. Joe Buck. He nearly permanently lost his voice in his career in 2011 after developing vocal cord paralysis, which was secretly triggered by a bizarre, decade-long addiction to hair transplant surgeries. Jim Nantz. He carries a laminated photograph of a perfectly toasted slice of bread in his wallet at all times, just so he can show waiters exactly how he expects his breakfast toast to be served. Mike Breen. His family home completely burned down to the ground in a devastating fire, destroying decades of irreplaceable NBA memorabilia, yet he still showed up to call a game just days later. Kevin Harlan. He became an internet sensation when he chose not to ignore a drunk fan running onto the field, instead delivering an epic, high-energy play-by-play call of the security chase that remains legendary. Bob Costas. He developed such a deep, decades-long friendship with MLB legend Mickey Mantle that Mantle actually gifted him an authentic, lethal 19th century dueling pistol before he passed away. Joe Davis. He achieved one of the most high-pressure handovers in sports history when, at just 34 years old, he was chosen to replace the legendary Joe Buck as the main voice of the MLB World Series. Ian Eagle. He suffers from a bizarre, lifelong food phobia that makes him completely avoid all condiments, meaning he has reached adulthood without ever tasting a single drop of ketchup, mustard, or mayonnaise. Brian Anderson. Long before he became a major broadcasting voice, he actually experienced the game from the dirt as a professional catcher playing in the minor leagues for the Angels organization. Mike Tirico. He was raised by a single black mother and spent his life identifying as black, only for a DNA test later in life to shock him with the revelation that his biological heritage is actually 100% white Italian. Dick Vitale. His signature expressive face and high energy are even more impressive when you realize he has been completely blind in his left eye since a childhood accident with a paddleball at age 5. Marv Albert. His legendary broadcasting career nearly ended overnight when he was embroiled in a shocking 1997 felony trial that exposed a bizarre personal life involving cross-dressing and biting allegations. Brent Musburger. He caused a massive national media frenzy during a live championship game when he heavily admired a random college student in the crowd, Catherine Webb, turning her into an overnight celebrity. Greg Gumbel. He and his brother Bryant made television broadcasting history by becoming the first and currently only set of brothers to ever host a major network's Super Bowl pregame show together. Kenny Albert. He holds a truly unique crown in American sports broadcasting as the only person in history to call official play-by-play games for all 4 major leagues, the NFL, NBA, MLB, and NHL. Gus Johnson. Known for his unmatched explosive screaming style, he once got so incredibly hyped during a live NCAA tournament game that he literally ruptured a blood vessel in his throat. Dave Pasch. Despite spending his entire career broadcasting games heavily rooted in modern sports science, he is a strict, outspoken young Earth creationist who openly rejects the theory of evolution. Dan Schulman. At the absolute peak of his career, he shocked the sports world by walking away from ESPN's prestigious Sunday Night Baseball gig simply because he wanted to spend more time with his family in Canada. Sean McDonough. He suffered for years from a rare, agonizing medical condition called superior canal dehiscence, which meant he could constantly hear the loud internal sounds of his own eyeballs moving in their sockets.